the Only Leeds Bros Show.
Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to Only Leeds Bros for a very unplanned stream and an unplanned show, Dylan. The reason we've jumped on here, guys, is we seen tonight that we just hit 2k subscribers and we're both free. And we said, well, we jump on, chat Leeds United and chat to the people. But before we do want to just thank you all, guys, so much. Like what Amy Clark says, we did hit 2k subscribers tonight, which is absolutely mental, lads. It was only less than 7 weeks ago. We only hit 1,000 subscribers and became monetized on YouTube. So to hit 1,000 subscribers in 7 weeks, a little over 7 weeks, is absolutely mental to me and Dylan. And I think I've said it so many times on this channel. Our plan at the start of the season was only 250, and that's genuine from the heart. That's what our target was. But it doesn't go without saying there's so many people, Dylan, and I think you would agree with me that we do have to thank from, the very start when we had obviously Just Joe, when we're on his show, to recent people. We've had Jerry Lynch at The View. We've had Connor from One Leeds, Joe Blackburn, who helped us massively to hit that 1k target, Dylan. We've so many people to thank going through this game, and even Jam as well, who's been a regular now on our show as well for our match reaction. So we'll get into it with a bit of news to break. We did drop it on social media earlier on today, saying that we had got a bit of news for you guys, and we are going to drop it now. Dylan, do you want me to explain, or do you want to explain?
I'll let you explain. I think it'll come better from you. I won't start stuttering upon myself.
Right, so yeah, basically to celebrate hitting 2,000 subscribers, guys. 2 subscribers would be good as well. 2,000 subscribers, guys. We're gonna give something back to you. So basically, most of you might know myself and Dylan are traveling over to the Swansea game next Saturday. So what we're gonna do to thank you, guys, we're gonna leave an Only Leeds Bros sticker. This one here around the outside of Ellen Road, and all you have to do is find this sticker, take it off where it's located, and meet us at the Billy Bremner statue, and we will hand you over £100 in cash right into your hands. That's all you have to do, and that's us giving back to you guys, to you subscribers. So again, all you have to do is find this sticker. We are traveling over next Saturday. We'll head straight to Ellen Road. We'll drop it somewhere around Ellen Road, outside of Ellen Road, not inside, and then all you get is £100 return in cash. Dillo, want to elaborate?
Keep an eye on our socials, obviously, throughout the day. Myself and Darren will be there bright and early, up for a run around Ellen Road. I'm only joking, I won't be running anywhere, but we'll continue on anyway. We will place a sticker there. We will drop, you could say, I'm not going to say hints, but definitely clues to whereabouts, what it would be on, or what it's beside, etc. And then, as Darren said there, take it, rip it off wherever it is, and walk straight over to the Billy Bremner statue. And if you see me or Darren, go up and just slap one of us in the head and say, give me the money, and just walk away. So yeah, that's basically the gist of it. So yeah, as Darren said, it's just to thank you guys. Even from the bottom of my heart, coming on to this, at times it was probably depressed down my head. So I'm chuffed with me and the brother doing this journey together. So can't thank you guys enough. So I really appreciate it.
Yeah, lads, and just to obviously elaborate, we just want to do this for you, something different from Only Leeds Bros. Like what I think we've said from the very, very start, that we want to be different. We don't want to be the sheep, kind of following the crowd, doing the same thing as everyone else is doing. We do want to do something a little bit different. So we're not asking you, to subscribe. You can if you want. We're not asking you to like, comment, share, anything like that. Just a simple little game. If you're around Ellen Road next Saturday, all you have to do is find this little sticker, and in return, then we'll hand over you £100,000 be nice, wouldn't it? £100 in cash to spend any way you want to do it. So yeah, that's it. We'll get into a couple of the comments anyway, Dylan, and we'll crack on, and we'll do a little video then later on. We'll put it out on our socials and explaining everything a bit thoroughly. So Amy Clark says, congratulations on 2k subs. So proud of you both. Thanks very much, Amy, for all your support. Ian Ward says, evening Darren and Dylan. Evening Ian, hope you're keeping well, pal. Lee Moore says, champions again. Ole. Oh, I hope so, buddy. I hope so. That would be nice. We are going to get into that soon as possible. DV4 LUFC says, congratulations, Matt. Thanks very much, DV4. You've been with us nearly since the very, very start. Philip MOT says, love the channel, lads. MOT, thanks very much, Philip. Really appreciate your support. Richard Hogan says, Dillo, order the big check. Ronan Dorner says, daily idea, lads. Hopefully see you around Ellen Road Saturday. Yeah, 100% Ronan. If you see us, pop up to us, have an out, you might have a chat. We'll go for a point. Absolutely no problem at all, buddy. Hope to see you. Ian Ward says, for £100, I'll mug you at Dublin Airport. Well done. It's bros. Cheers. Thanks very much, Ian. That's class. Michael says, hi lads, great to see you get the recognition you deserve. Hard work is paying off. Thanks very much, Michael. Really appreciate it. You're the one that's always supporting, liking, and pushing the channel for us. So really do appreciate everything you've done for us. Michael Richard Hogue says, congrats on 2K lads, well deserved. Really appreciate that, Richard. Some lovely words from people coming in. Right, I'm booking the flight. No, you're out. You're not flying. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Carl Hennessy says, congratulations lads, all Leeds, and we MOT, we really are. Carl, thanks very much for your kind words, buddy. Dean says, I'll be there at Ellen Road waiting. It won't be, the flight's in early. We're going to get the taxi straight to Ellen Road, drop that sticker off somewhere. We actually don't know where we're going to drop it, but we will be dropping hints through today. And as I said, whip that sticker off, meet us at the Bremner statue. Obviously, we're going to be at the game, so I'd imagine you are too, but we will be going back to the Bremner statue after the game. We'll be knocking about, but we have made a pact. If it's not found by that night, we're going to take the £100 and we're going to donate it to a charity in Leeds as well. So that's if it's not found. So you better find it. Dylan, let's get into it anyway. So remaining fixtures then, let's take a look at them. First of all, we'll run through Leeds. 8 games left to go. Things are getting a bit hairy, a little bit sticky. Next up for Leeds United is that game that we spoke about that we're going to on Saturday, Swansea City at home. Then we have back-to-back away fixtures. For me, really tough heading to Luton. I know they're not in great shape, but it's notoriously not an easy place to go to, down to Kenilworth Road. It's very tight. Obviously, in the estate, I think many of us have seen many pictures of Kenilworth Road. Then we've got Borough away as well. For me, it's probably the toughest fixture away from home. Then we've got what looks like a very winnable fixture, Preston at home at Ellen Road. We'll get your thoughts, Dylan. Oxford away, then Stoke City at home, Bristol City at home as well, which is the last home game of the season, and then Plymouth away, Dylan. We will pop back to Sheffield United and Burnley's fixtures down after that. Dylan, looking at Leeds' run in, probably compared to Sheffield United and Burnley, you would say on paper look a little bit easier than what Leeds is.
Yeah, well, Leeds' one is more or less the one that you can kind of say straight and narrow, you're going to go for it. Sheffield United and Burnley definitely have a bit more of a tougher situation than what Leeds are in. And to be honest with you, I don't like it at all, because we're Leeds, and then it's the easy Leeds way, the easier fixtures. You know, you're going to get all these people on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. So I genuinely think it's all about who wants them more. I think that's where it's going to go. But what I've been banging on about the last couple of weeks, we need to just concentrate on our own game, don't worry about anyone else. And what I mean by that is I mean by the players themselves. Go into each game with the mindset of we're going to win each in every game. You know, exactly what you said. Was it, how many games left?
8 games.
8 games. So as you kind of been saying, 8 finals until the very end. So positive, optimistic, nervous, you know, all these different emotions could, you know, even hitting 2K as well. There's a lot of emotions flowing through my body at the minute, lads, put it that way. So yeah, it could go in Leeds' favour, but could go against us as well. So we'll see.
And it is, Dylan, it was this time last year, this international break, where we were just after beating Leicester. We went top of the table on goal difference. We were after banishing, you know, that points gap that Leicester City had. We went into this international break very, very positive that Leeds United were going to do it. We're in the similar position to what we were at this time last year. We'll pop the Leeds fixtures back up because we just want to stick to this for a couple of minutes. Out of them last 8 fixtures, Dylan, and I know you'll probably say all of them, but which one there kind of stands out to you and says that could be a potential banana skin?
Look, I'll take the Leeds hat off for a second. Potentially, they're all banana skins. I know that sounds mad, but if I had to narrow it down, me being, you could say, what do I call them, my spidey senses, I'm going to say Borough. And just because it's Bristol, I'm going to say Bristol as well, to be fair. It's just that kind of nerve.
I think like it could really kind of come down to them last kind of 2 fixtures, couldn't it? Like when you're looking at it, I think we'll move on to Sheffield United and Burnley in a second, but like you look at Swansea, like Leeds, we should be beating Swansea at Ellen Road. Really, notoriously we've been good, and like we've touched on already, back-to-back away fixtures, Leeds on the road. You know, notoriously it's kind of been tough enough for us this season away from home. We haven't been great away from home. We've had a couple of good good results, but nothing, kind of outstanding. Then you're looking at Preston, you're saying, yeah, winnable. Oxford away, winnable. Stoke at home. If that was away, I'd probably be worried about that. And because it's at home, I'm fairly comfortable with that. And then, like we just said, Bristol City and then Plymouth away. You're hoping by the time we get to Plymouth away, we're kind of home and hosed then, don't you? So, yeah, look, I think when you look at it there on paper and it's in front of you, I think Leeds look like, on paper, as we say, they look like they have the easier run in, but is what the old saying goes, the game isn't played on paper, is it? It's played on the grass. Let's move on to Sheffield United then, Dylan. Tough enough fixture next up for them. Our boy Frank Lampard. We've never said a bad word about him. Coventry up next, at home as well. Dylan, Bramble Lane, they're decent at Bramble Lane. Oxford away, you'd expect them to pick up all 3 points there. Millwall away, Dylan, again, that's a potential banana skin. We know what Millwall are like down there at the Den. They can be very, very hard to beat. So, that could go either way. That one, Plymouth away from home, you'd expect them to beat that. Cardiff, you'd expect them to win that as well. And then it's Burnley, Dylan. So with 3 games to go in the season, and that's the one you probably look at, Dylan, isn't it? And that could be where promotion is won or lost, isn't it, when it comes down to that game? Because one of them is going to slip up either way.
I'm going back to Leeds there for a second. From Swansea to, you could say, was it Stoke? No, Oxford, sorry. Straight off the bat, like, if we lose one of them games, we're all going to be waiting for Burnley and Sheffield United to play. And, pray one beats the other sort of stuff. So, as I said, I genuinely think we need to focus on our own game. Burnley, I think, will slip off. I don't think it's the same mentality as Sheffield United. I could see Burnley slipping off a little bit, if anything. I just think Sheffield United have been hot on our heels more or less throughout the whole season. And, I don't think Burnley will cross the line. We should see how it goes.
Yeah, I think it's a tough one. What would you say? Because obviously I've kind of gave my thoughts on it there. We'll just pop in, comment down there for a second. With Sheffield United remaining fixtures there, Dylan, which one would you think? Do you think they could potentially slip up?
I say Millwall, Darren.
Yeah, I'm thinking Millwall. I think Millwall's a tough one, isn't it?
Millwall and Millwall, even Coventry as well, to be fair. There's a few, like...
Yeah.
Millwall and Coventry.
Yeah, I think it's tough. And then, like, that Burnley one. But then even then, if it does come down to the last game of the season, like, if you look there, let's just say, Jesus, let's hope it doesn't. But if you look across, the 3 remaining fixtures there, you've got Burnley playing Millwall at home. You've got Sheffield United playing Blackburn away, which is very, very tough. And then us then away at Plymouth. So again, on paper, it looks like the last day of the season, we've got the better of the fixtures, doesn't it? So it's looking good for Leeds United. But like I said, we just need to get over this hump of the international break, don't we? And hopefully that we come back and find fettle. Let's move on to Burnley then, Dylan, a little bit. Next up for them, Bristol City at home. Again, you'd probably look at that and say all 3 points there. Probably has a 1-0 win all over it, doesn't it? Then Coventry away, Dylan. I know, look, we went there and we made them look... poor, let's be honest, in that game against Frank Lampard, and they never got going that day. But then Burnley going to them away again, that's a potential. It's a banana skin, isn't it? So back to back, Frank Lampard, Sheffield United, and Burnley. The promotion could all depend on Frank Lampard and what a feat that would be to come around and say he would get them. Derby away again. Don't think that's going to be an easy one. Norwich, they're a very, very inconsistent team. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're off it. Watford away, we obviously did a job on them, so you'd like to think Burnley would do that down there. And then it's that game, Dylan, Sheffield United at home at Burnley, so it could go either way, really, can't it?
Yeah, but Darren, just looking at it there, I'm comparing the two of them between Sheffield United and Burnley. I just said there a few minutes ago, Burnley would be the ones to slip off, and I'm kind of really, really thinking it will happen. They have an awful lot. I think they have the hardest running.
Yeah,
definitely. Even Derby's a potential banana skin. I know they haven't been playing great. QPR then away as well. Second last.
That's what I was about to touch on then. Like them last 3 games for Burnley and Sheffield United.
They are not easy.
QPR away and then Millwall at home as well. Like they're not easy fixtures, are they? Them last 3 for them.
When you see they go out and beat the 3 of them, look 3-0 each game. Watch, make it look so easy. No, I think they're going to slip up there, and I think Burnley will slip up and fall off a little bit. Just Sheffield United. But look, as I said, I'm going to keep saying it. It's something that maybe we locked in last season. We need to just concentrate on our own game. Now coming after the international break, if I stand corrected, this time last season, Rutter came back with the hernia operation, remember? And he wasn't
just had it. Yeah.
He wasn't at it. Look, I know there's no one injured. What I am saying is we can't be solely relying on one individual. Far comes out next week and says, someone's picked up an injury. yeah, we can all sigh and moan and cry and whinge about it, but we still have to play 8 games. That's the way that it is. So solely we need to just everyone needs to be just fully on it
Mm.
from the get go,
It's a bit
now
nerve
until the
wracking for
end.
me, Dylan, this international break, and it's something that I never liked international breaks. I always hated them. But this one really has me anxiety a little behind. And I do have to say, and I do have to
Yeah,
admit,
I agree.
because of what happened last year, and
Yeah,
they haven't played any games yet, but I'm going to be looking with a very keen eye across all the players that are playing, and that goes down to Mateo Joseph as well, that's playing with the Spain under 21s as well. It's all of them, isn't it? It's fingers crossed, it's toes crossed, it's everything crossed that all our players come back fine
might have been
and injury free,
crossed
isn't
since the start of the season.
it? Mm.
Yeah, from the get go, my toes haven't moved all season.
Mm. We'll get into a couple of the comments. So Ian Ward says here, win our home games and we are nearly there. And I think that's it, Ian, isn't it? If we could kind of win our home and draw away, you'd pretty much take that, and you think that would be enough then to get it over the line, but it's never straightforward, is it? Amy Clark says exactly, Ian. Even in all notes where we'll do this promotion thing at a canter. Do you think so? I don't think it's a canter, buddy, but I love your positivity. I really, really do. PSF says, lads, it's laughable how we can't beat QPR or Portsmouth with Fark in charge of tactics and team selection. We have the best squad, not the best manager. I think some of our fans are in denial. Yeah, and in fairness, PSF, you have been in the chat a couple of times and you have kind of said this about Fark, and Easy does be another one as well that comes in and says, you know, that Fark isn't the best manager in this league and should be doing a lot better with this team. But I suppose, look, the main thing is, isn't it? It's just get us out of this divisional, Daniel Fark, and yeah, we'll kind of go from there, and we'll look forward to next season then. After that, Lee Moore says Coventry will bang up for the Blades and Burnley. Coventry want to make sure that they get the playoffs 100%, but definitely. They can't be dropping points and then needing 4 or 5 wins out of the last 6 to get it. And that's it. They're going to want to get a home and hose, aren't they, soon as in. So I agree with you there. They're definitely going to be up for it 100%. Carl says, lads, last day Millwall will roll over versus Burnley because they won't want to help us, and then Burnley will roll over versus Sheffield United because they won't want to help Burnley. Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it. In fairness, yeah, Carl, good way of looking at you. Sean Healy is in the building. He says, all right, lads, hope you're keeping well, Sean, buddy. And Danny Talk Sport is in as well and says, evening,
All right,
lads.
Danny.
Evening, Danny. Hope you're keeping well, pal. Good to see you in. And we have the easiest run in. But look at the lack of confidence. We shouldn't be worried about other results 100%. We just have to do our job, don't we? Danny says, I've said seconds from day one. You have, buddy. I remember at the start of the season, that was it. Joe Blackburn is in the building. Hope you're keeping well, pal. JFC. I don't know what that means. We are top. Love it. How was that to measure a manager? Yeah, 100%. Joe, you're very, very back full of Daniel Farke. You have been all season. Evening, Joe. And then Ian Ward says, spot on, Joe Blackburn. Sean Healy says, what do you think of the Ireland manager playing players need to leave the League of Ireland to have a chance of playing the national side? I think there's bang out of order. There's a few left backs better than Brady. Yeah, buddy, it's kind of always been the way, isn't it, with the League of Ireland, and different managers coming in trying to change it up, saying that you're not going to be, playing for the national team. But yeah, just another story than 100%. Again, guys, for any of that have been late into the building, we did hit 2K tonight. That's why we popped on a bit of an unscheduled stream, and then basically in celebration of that, we are going to be doing a little bit of a giveaway. So myself and Dylan are heading over to the Swansea game next Saturday. We're going to be putting this Only Leeds Bro sticker somewhere around the outside of Ellen Road. All you have to do is find the sticker, peel it off, meet us at the Billy Bremner statue, and in exchange for the sticker, we will be giving you £100 in cash straight into the hand. No quarrels, no nothing. It's yours.
Just bring us for a point.
Yeah, absolutely. Richo66 says, evening, Richo. Hope you're keeping well, brother. Nice first pre-season game announced against Stemloff from over the Pennines. I know, but he is not in Stockholm as well, and it's probably one I would have looked at and would have liked to go to, but we are doing the Leeds content creator match as well on the 20th. That's the Sunday as well, so I would have liked to get to that, but unfortunately not. So yeah, so keep an eye out for that one as well, the Leeds content creator cup. That's going to be a really, really good, and all your favorite Leeds content creators are going to be there at that. Danny Talk Sports says congratulations on 2K. Cheers, Danny. Really appreciate that, buddy. Really, really appreciate that. Danny Talk Sports says, watch nobody find it. We have made a pat, Danny, that we have said if it gets on like kind of late onto the evening, we're going to be knocking about Ellen Road probably for most of that day and into the night around the Peacock and stuff like that. If it isn't found, what we're going to do then, we're just going to give it the cash to the local Leeds charity. We're going to be donating that £100 from there, but I'm sure somebody's going to find it. We're going to try and push it out as much as we can across social media so all Leeds United fans know about it, so to be in a chance of winning £100. I'm going to do less of the Leeds LSE organising and actually start making content again, or you'll catch me. Thanks very much, Joe. We really do appreciate it, and especially I'll never forget how much you helped us hit that 1K mark. Really appreciate it, buddy. Really did. PSF says Fark has brainwashed our fans into accepting away draws, but Sheffield United have won 8 of their last 9 away. How on earth can draws be enough? Do the match, it ain't enough, and that's it. They're very good at that, aren't they? PSF, they always seem to be away from home. They always just have enough, Dylan, don't they? Sheffield United to kind of get it over the line.
Yeah.
I wonder if Leeds are doing a Scandinavian pre-season. I'd imagine so, Sean. I wouldn't say they're just going to head to Sweden and that's it. So I'd imagine they're probably going to be knocking about, Norway and stuff like that. And there's plenty of Scandinavian Leeds fans from Norway. I think we all know that as Leeds fans. So fair play to the club for organising that, because I like to see Leeds, because we were in Australia and stuff like that as well, weren't we? And so it's nice to see them, kind of going elsewhere as well. Danny says, stay on Brack's car. Yeah, I will. I'll do that. Can we just give me a better look at that sticker? Want my forgettery? We'll stick it up on our socials. So that's it there. So it's the only Leeds Bros crest. I don't know if you're going to get the focus on it. So that's it. So we'll be around Ellen Road somewhere. The outside of Ellen Road, I must reiterate. So I won't be inside Ellen Road, around the outside of Ellen Road. So all you have to do is peel it off, bring it up to them, and the cash is yours. Healy, it's going to be a European tour, I'd imagine. So I'd imagine they'd be knocking about. Joe Blackburn says, but when we do the match, we're still top. Doesn't change that. It's literally what the match says. Yeah, 100%. Joe, I haven't chatted to you in a bit, buddy. The last time I spoke to you, you were confident that Leeds were still going to do it. You're confident Leeds going to go up. Are you still in the same kind of frame of mind of thinking? Let us know, buddy. But Blunts have to play Burnley. They can't both win. Loser will be devastating. And I think that's it, Ian, isn't it? That Burnley and Sheffield United game, Dylan, it looks absolutely massive, doesn't it?
Massive.
100%. And what we'll do, guys, we're not going to stay on too much longer, but what we will do for the last couple of minutes, we'll pop the link in the chat so we can get you guys on. Let us know your thoughts on the promotion race and how it's going to go. So the link is there in the chat. You're more than welcome to come on and have a little bit of a chin mag. As I said, we won't be staying on too long because we have a couple of things lined up as well for during the week. Danny says, I'm confident that we go up, but won't be as champions. And you have said that, buddy.
You said that. He's been banging that drum since the start of the season, to be fair.
You have said that, buddy. We're still all good, but have point cushion for the exact reason. Exactly, buddy. Not according to Chris Wilder, though. Supposedly they're top of the league, even though they were deducted 2 points. My point was draws aren't enough. I think we probably need to win 1 or 2 away, don't we, PSF? Realistically, I think we do. So, I don't think we can win.
I think we're all good now.
Games.
I think we're going to be all right. I genuinely think we're going to be all right. I think everyone's just getting to this because it's getting late into the season. Don't get me wrong, I'm the first one to be negative and panic and push the panic button. It all depends on this international break. Come Swansea, we just need to just get by that, and each game that comes.
Oh, Danny!
What an introduction! What an introduction! Just appeared. It was like the Undertaker from WWE just appeared out from the smoke.
Danny.
Literally.
Danny, what's happening, buddy? Thanks for popping in.
All good.
What's the crack with you?
No, I think we'll go up. I think we'll go up, but I don't think we'll go up as champions. Like I've said all season.
Yeah, you have said that. What's happening, Sean, buddy? 8 games to go. This dreaded international break is the one. This was our Achilles heel this time last season. How are you feeling at the minute? How's the anxiety?
As I said, if we win our home games, I think we're pretty much done and dusted.
Yeah,
we'll need to win obviously 1 or 2 more away games, but like I can see us if we win our home games, I think it can be enough.
Yeah, it's a fair point. Danny, what about you? Obviously, we were throwing the fixtures up there, like the remaining fixtures. I'm not too sure if you kind of caught them there, but on paper, Leeds United look like they have got the easiest run in the last 8 games. Do you see it that way?
I don't get why people say on paper. We don't play on paper. We play on graph.
You do say that, buddy. Yeah. It's football, isn't it? And it's
for me, out of the 24 points that we've got left to play for, I think we get 16 to 18 points.
Do you think that'll be enough?
Yeah, because it'd be 96 to 98 points, won't it?
It'd be typical Leeds, though, wouldn't it? If we Leeds, get that amount to be people,
Definitely
wouldn't it?
short. Definitely
Tom,
short.
what about you? On the last 8 games, then to go, we can pop it up here if you haven't seen them. What game kind of stands out to you that could be the potential banana skin for Leeds?
I was going to say that. I was actually going to say it. I think Borough.
Borough, and maybe Preston at home.
Do you think Preston at home?
No. I think we'll beat them. I actually think we'll win our home games. I actually think is it Preston the Easter weekend, isn't it?
That's
no Stoke.
No, Stoke. Yeah, it's Stoke.
I think that's the week we go up because I think if we can beat Stoke and we're 3 points clear, we'll go up because Stoke because Sheffield United go can't win.
Sean, I've goosebumps on my
They're
arm now.
playing Easter Monday.
Goosebumps.
I think.
I said last game at season. I think it'd be last game at season to see whether we're champions or finish second, and I think we get second by a point.
Second one.
Jesus, Danny, that's
Goosebumps just went down as soon as Danny said that.
That was flipping heart attack.
It is though.
No, but-
what you said, like, and Danny, I'm sure you agree. That Easter weekend seems massive. With Burnley and Sheffield United playing each other, us at home to Stoke. That's kind of the one that you look at. You think if it is going to happen.
I thought that's the week we're going to win it. I think
we've got Stoke and Bristol on the Easter weekend, and I think we draw both of them.
Oh, Danny.
Oh, piss off, will you? Should be saying that. Sorry, Danny, you're a good deal, but fucking piss off.
You'll have the fan base going up.
Do you know what thing is, Sean? Though that will happen now. Watch, that will happen.
Do you know what else I can see? Imagine us getting fat if we don't finish it top 2 and we get Fat Frank in playoffs.
Yeah, that's exactly Danny.
Yeah,
Hernandez stream, will you?
Smell it.
Thanks so much for everyone tuning in.
that is it, lads. That's typical Leeds, isn't it? It's typical Leeds. Here's one for you, lads. That I did see kind of doing the rounds. If this is probably a little bit negative, but if Leeds United do drop into the playoffs, but Daniel Farke does get us promoted from the
bye Farke.
Or do you get rid?
Exactly, get rid.
Yeah,
get rid.
They wouldn't give him the opportunity in the Premier League.
A lot of people are saying if we finish second, they should go.
Yeah,
I don't, because we've still gone up automatically. He's done what he needed to do.
I agree with you. And if you don't go battles and he sneaks us to the playoffs, it ain't good enough for that squad we have. You should be at least getting battles.
I agree with it's not good enough, but I don't agree in sagging him.
And I'd be back out again.
What would you say if we absolutely romped the playoffs? If we whoever we played against, smashed them home and away, walked the final easy, would you still get rid? You wouldn't give them an opportunity in the Premier League?
Yeah.
Walk the final. We've been in about 6 and lost them all.
Yeah,
we ain't walking anywhere.
I'm just throwing a cold ball at you that year. It's the what ifs. It's the what ifs.
All the thing that'll be walking in playoffs is Leeds fans coming out of Wembley with their heads down.
Back the other way after 10 minutes.
Yeah.
After 10 minutes.
Danny, we'll come back to you. So obviously, at the minute, we touched on it a little bit. This is the international break that kind of seemed to do us last season. A lot of our players, the Wedge lads, came back low on confidence. We had the whole Rutter situation. We were just completely dead, weren't we, when we came back? How are you feeling about the whole international break at the minute? Are you kind of looking at it with a keen eye, or are you fairly relaxed, thinking that lightning can't strike twice?
The only one that bothers me is Firpo going to play in a friendly against the same team twice in a week.
Yeah, it's stupid.
It's just mad though, lads. And surely the club and the international team can just turn around and shake hands and go, "Look, come on, it's a friendly game. Surely you don't need them that much and let them kind of stay here and rest up."
Ferguson never used to let his important players go on international matches in March.
Who was that? Fergie?
Fergie never let them do it.
Yeah, he used to ring the country and say, "You can't do that now, though. You're not allowed to."
Oh, it's all.
They have injuries that they pulled their groin flipping last week or whatever.
But that's what they probably could have done, Sean, though, isn't it? I know Danny is right. It's now you can't do it. That actually is. It's against regulations that you can't. You can always come around. He has
just tell
He has a
him
toy
he's
hamstring.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Hamstring, mate.
he's toy
Sorry,
hamstring.
toy hamstring. Sorry.
Yeah, but it's all right. You're saying you can, Sean. What happens if the player goes, "Well, I'm not injured in an interview, and I wanted to go"?
We're trying to piss off. We're trying to piss off and paying your bloody wages.
He's-
Minimum bloody
Rumour,
wage, not international.
Sean's on it tonight.
rumor has it when Fark makes the phone call and say, and why can't he come? He's just looking for the OLB sticker outside Ellen Road. 100 quid on the line.
Yeah.
That's your taxi to the
He's
airport.
actually got you the way. He's got you the way. Yeah, hit him in the hole.
Could be. Emort says here Luton and Borough, so that's the fixtures that he's looking at. I think it's going to be a tough one. Andy says Bristol City at home could be a tough one, especially if it kind of hinges on that game for us to kind of get it over the line.
Bristol are fighting for playoffs, so that'll be a tough game.
Yeah, it could be.
And it's like what you said with the touch on there. It's getting to that stage of the season where it's dog eat dog now, isn't it? Everyone kind of wants to finish as high up as they can. Everyone wants to chase playoffs, promotion, and also relegation as well. So even the teams down the bottom, they can really up the game, can't they? Because they want to survive.
That's why everybody's saying, "Oh, we've got easier fixtures." Not at this time of year when I wouldn't have minded if it had been teams like from 10th down to something like those that don't need to fight for relegation.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's the teams that are fighting for the relegation.
That's something that I was coming onto, Danny, because that's what I said before you guys came on. I said to Darren, when you look at Burnley and you look at Sheffield United's run-in, I think Burnley have the toughest one, if I'm being honest with you. But then I was saying, the Leeds thing, when you see we have the easiest fixture, all of a sudden then, we make a hash of it. And that's what I was thinking now, to be fair, because these teams are fighting for, to stay up.
Yeah.
So I agree. I have to agree with you there.
What would you think, Sean? What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I come to get what they're saying, but we've booked a lot of them trends. We've booked a lot of them trends on the FARC.
In fairness, we have,
We've, especially this season, it seems to be a lot more.
We haven't booked the London trend, have we?
Many a man have tried, Danny. Many a man have tried. Even the great Bielsa couldn't conquer that one.
Yeah. We've booked a lot of trends, I think.
Could you imagine Farker's new record will be gone to Leeds twice, gone up twice, and missed going up twice?
I know. Jonathan says here, I've settled my nerves somewhat, but draws at this stage of the season still 2 points dropped though. And it probably is, lads, isn't it? We'll probably look at some of them away fixtures like that when you look at Oxford. Like, you don't really want to be going to Oxford, and like what you said, Sean, just taking the draw. There's some games in there where you'd expect, and Leeds have to win, don't they?
We have to match or do better than Sheffield and Burnley.
But that's all we have to do for the rest of the season, because then they play each other, don't they? So at least we're at least guaranteed second, then, isn't it? We can match their results.
If we're 3 points clear by Easter, we're going to go up that Easter weekend.
I love it, Sean.
It's impossible not to then. If we keep ourselves 3 points ahead.
Yeah, there's still chance that we can
just match them the whole way till Easter.
No, because if we're 3 points ahead, and say Leicester and Burnley are on the same points, and we don't win the next 2 games, they can still go above us.
Well, if we win that, if we win that 2 games over Easter as well,
we won't. We're drawing them.
We will. We will. Just you wait, Danny.
We'll bookmark this one. We'll clip this one up. We'll clip it up, and we'll come back to it. See who's right. Emort says, if we're still top after Borough, it's all over and the party can begin. And that's what you said, Sean. You said after we beat Borough, if we're still top after that, you think it's home and house. Danny, you're saying no?
No. I said at the start of the season, everybody said, this division's going to be easy. I said it's going to go down to the last game of the season where we're going to need something. And, you know what I mean? And down on that south coast, it's a long travel.
And Plymouth might need something there.
Yeah.
Plymouth might need something there to keep themselves up.
Yep.
You don't want to be going to the last day, lads, don't you? You want
to. Ball there a couple of days ago, and they actually mentioned that. It could happen that Plymouth could need something, and we'll need something, and that's the worst case scenario for us. Because it's the whole Leeds thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. Tabby says here, we will be time. I think we will be fine. First or second promotion does not matter as long as it's promotion. MOT. What's your thoughts on this one, Sean? We'll come to you first on this. I know I think I probably guessed anyone. Is first that big of a deal, or are you just second spot? Get me out here. I don't care.
I've had it out. I've had it out with Joe over this. I think we're the best team in the league.
Mm.
It's like Usain Bolt going into the Olympics and finished second. He went out to achieve for you want to go out and he can't be pissed off that he didn't come first. You know what I mean?
Great analogy, Sean.
You know what I mean? We want to go and win things. We're the best team in the league. We should.
But are we?
Well,
Are we? Because Sheffield have got more wins than us. If they had the point thing, they'd be above us. So are we actually the best team in the league?
yeah, because we've beaten them. We've beat Sheffield United twice this season.
Yeah, that don't make a difference, though, Sean.
It does. We beat them. Yeah, 6 points of a difference.
We beat Ipswich and Leicester. We beat Ipswich and Leicester last season, and look what happened.
Go on, lads.
Leicester-
It's a fair
like-
point. It's a fair point.
Like Ipswich got lucky last season.
Yeah,
Ipswich got
just
very
saying there,
lucky
Darren.
last-
Sorry.
Look at
Can
them.
I pull this comment up, can I?
Yeah, you go ahead, buddy. Yeah.
That too.
Yeah, but Ipswich
Yeah.
didn't.
Thanks, yeah, thanks, Joey B.
I was trying to span it. I was trying to span it in the work here. Sorry.
Joe beat the rescue. Sean, you got away with that one.
Fireman Sam.
I don't know where he's to get this from. That Fark won't be the manager next season. I don't know where he's getting it from because if he goes up, he'll be the manager no matter what. Because what's it show to another manager coming in if you're sacking the manager for getting your promotion?
And he's just had to give me the heebie-jeebies with that comment.
Yeah,
What?
I can't even say that to Joe B. So Andy Rose says Melier is going to cost us again.
And do you know what? There's
Last game
a
of the
thing.
season. Last game of the season against Plymouth.
And do you know what?
Lads,
There's the thing that he could be offered a new contract.
can I just say
Well,
something here, right? There's a lot of
Women
negativity.
bollocks.
We came on here to celebrate one. We hit 2K. Two, right? We're going over the Leeds, right? Just to come on and thank everyone. And now I'm gone down a rabbit hole. So I tell you, you all have a nice evening, all right? And I'll see you on when I see you.
I was very positive and standing started it.
Did it, Freddie. Did it. Emord says, team are bottom for a reason. They've all been crap all season. Have faith. I know, Ian, but like that when they're scrapping down there and they know they only need to pick up 1 or 2 wins to get them out of it. It can do miraculous things, can't it? The old push towards the end of the season. Joe says Sheffield or Burnley only need to beat 1. Exactly, Joe.
Burnley starting to score goals now. That's frightening me. 'Cause they've got their goal difference is down to 10 now, isn't it, between Burnley and us? So
Yeah, 100%. Andy says here, Melier wasn't really to blame for QPR goals. I can't disagree with that. I don't think it was Melier's fault whatsoever for the goals. Aronson for the first, and then probably the back line. Would you agree, lads? For free header, horrendous.
I think it's Rodon's fault.
So do I, Sean.
But also, I think it's Rodon's lack of confidence in Meslier.
You can see it. There's no communication out of the two
What
of
he was
them
going
sometimes.
to do, so he just left it.
I'm blaming Ampadu.
Blaming Ampadu for getting injured.
What?
Saying that without Ampadu or nothing, I was telling Dylan this weeks ago and he wouldn't listen to me.
Oh, don't start.
Grew up. And look at Ampadu's gone out and then results have
I'm
started to go like this.
Whoa. I'm blaming Ampadu for not being in the team. I didn't say he's a good player. Gruev's a lot better than Ampadu.
He's a good championship player. He's a good championship player, Ampadu. But it's a big it's a massive leap from the championship to the Premier League.
Who's better, Gruev or Ampadu in your eyes, Sean?
Gruev.
Dilla, who's better in your eyes?
Tanaka. Shudder do. Right here.
Lads.
Rotwell's even better than Rotwell's even
Look, can I be honest with you? The two of them are scut at the minute. They've done nothing.
Tanaka's been deadly. Tanaka's been deadly. Piss off.
Do you know what, right? There's only 3 players in this Leeds team that I can see doing something in the Premiership.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I know exactly who I was going to say here.
Ramazani, Tanaka,
Bamford.
and Solomon. And Solomon if we keep him.
What about Rodon? I think Rodon's interesting one.
Class.
Stroke.
No, I don't think Stroud neither.
I don't think Stroud is the pace.
Yeah, that's what I think. The pace might get. But Do you know what, lads? Joe Rodon, he's surprisingly quick, isn't he? Like, he can cover a lot of ground. I think Rodon,
I think
if he pulls up on his passing, I think a little bit, Danny. I think at times his passing can be bad and he gives it away. But
If
I think
if
he
he
comes up on that a little bit.
if he's defending in the Premiership like he's defended for that QPR goal, no chance.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah,
because he
yeah.
doesn't trust the flipping donkey behind him.
And I've got some bad news. I've got some bad news for you, Sean. We won't be getting Kelleher. He's going to Bournemouth. 30 million.
I've
Keller
been
ain't convinced.
hearing
We can't see
that
Leeds
Keller's
splashing that money on him.
I've been hearing Keller's coming.
Nope.
He's
Can't see it, Sean.
Bournemouth wanting the promised him first team football of Bournemouth if he goes.
We're promising first team football.
We won't. Mesley will still be here. I've told you.
Wesley will be flipping on the flipping is bound back to France. He will.
Yeah, can't have Million, lads. Either way, next year I don't think we can
40
have
million, would you?
Yes.
I think
No,
it's a lot.
'cause
It's a lot.
Do you know the, I don't think we're gonna spend more than 20 million on a player next season when we go up.
Right, can I just,
we need
I'm
to
going to
spend
throw
more
this out
time.
here, just I
We
know
need
it's
to
probably a
spend
little
more
bit off topic. 30 million for a goalkeeper, potentially still young, has played at the highest level. Would it not be good for
think-
building a foundation?
And he's got
Go
a bit of experience playing in Europe.
Yeah,
30
that's what I'm
million is
saying.
nothing.
There's
30
a bit of
million is
experience there, and I think that's
nothing.
something
But that's from the keeper.
we've lacked of getting goalkeepers, because I'm not being smart. You look at the two other boys we got.
For me, I'd rather go for Cooper or him at Burnley.
Trafford.
I'd love if Burnley don't go up, I said it to Joe. I think if Burnley don't go up, I'd go for Trafford.
But because Trafford were meant to be going to Newcastle, and I know he did an handshake there, so we don't know whether that's still going on.
Handshakes mean nothing.
Is Warburg on international duty? No, he ain't.
Didn't go. They didn't send nobody there. Carl Hennessy says, "I'm Purdue all day long. You're all mad. I told you, lads. You're all your trolley. You're all your trolley.
Of
Everyone."
course I'm bloody mad. We're Leeds fans. We're all flipping mad.
You know what I mean? I don't know what people are watching. I don't know what people are
This is
watching
what I
when they say
wanted
I'm
to
Purdue.
touch on. Sorry, Danny. This is what I wanted to touch on before it was put off. What I was going to say is, I think with Rodon, if he had someone that was better beside him, I think it would bring out the best in him as well. I really, really do.
And I think Rodon's going to sweep it up behind. Rodon sweeps up behind Stroud.
I think if we got somebody like that Elvedi or something from Mönchengladbach, that'd be good.
Elvedi's a great player. He is. He's a very good player. I've seen him a couple of times play for Mönchengladbach. I think he's a good player.
Andy Rose says here, Danny, Ramazani can't break into the team now. How can you justify that statement in a higher grade?
Because we might not have Solomon next season, so he's gonna have a chance to play.
I think as well. I think he's a decent ceiling as well. We've seen that at the start of the season. I think if you can kind of get him consistent and playing games, I think there's definitely a player to unlock in there. And Ramazani, again, I think for me it remains to be seen.
Joey B's changed switch now. He has.
Reason why I'm saying he thinks he's keeping because he's backed him and he's bigged him up.
That was just for his confidence.
No, it wasn't.
Confidence up. And I think that was also to keep Suitors on board with. Because you can't go out and say that and then expect Suitors to take him.
No.
Chuckle Brothers used to could sit and listen to you on me.
It's amazing to you.
Andy Rose says Pope was 10 million lead should have got him. And there's also been Ramsdale has been a big one that's been spouted about as well.
I won't have him.
It's footwork, isn't it? I think a decent shop stopper and that, but I think it's more footwork than it was.
The more I think of it, the more I see him, the more I'm thinking that relegation thing.
He's had what? I think he's had 2 relegations.
He's like he's cursed. He's good. He's a great keeper now. But I think he's genuinely, cursed. but if you tell you then, Ampadu had 2 relegations, didn't he? And you think he's Premier League quality?
Yeah, but he had 2 relegations. He had 2 relegations in a Cowboy League, Italian league. So,
but he's not going to get rated in the Premier League as well, no?
Nah. I think he'd be good in the Premier League. Joe Blackman says I'm having 45 minutes in net at the Creator Cup, calling that my trial. I take it. We call after whole. I said, "Get your gloves on, Joe."
So Joe, a free agent.
The last time I played at South Leeds Stadium in the goals, I got scouted by Norwich.
Oh man, thank you.
No,
I
it
was,
was him.
I was only I was 16 then.
And what happened? Did you go?
No, did a fuck.
Missed the bus.
Leeds. Leeds are nothing.
You were holding out for Leeds. I'm not bloody. I'm bloody not. Dead right, buddy. Dead right. Dillo, you're very quiet there. You wanting to say, pal?
I was just letting the two boys go on out. That was actually funny. I was enjoying that. I was.
You see, when Davin does this short later on, and me and Sean arguing, that viewers will pop up.
It's brilliant.
You should go to loud, Danny. You think you should go to loud, Danny?
It's just a pure. It's probably
the Sean and Danny show, aren't we?
Yeah, definitely.
Just throw out questions. Just let the two of them have it. Like,
hang on a minute. Honestly, if you left me and Sean in charge, you'd have no podcast left. It'd get taken over.
Desensitized the whole lot.
You'd be demonetized.
Andy Rose says here, whoever found Tanaka 4 million can get his scouting for an upgrade goalkeeper, and that's true too.
Absolutely.
Do you know what though? It'd be alright if it were 4 million. It was 3.4, but there you go.
Oh, yeah, genius.
3.4 million, genius. And then Kamara as well, buying Kamara for 5, selling for 10, and bringing in Tanaka for, like you said, Danny, 3.5.
Serious business.
Brilliant bit of work. Is he, Danny, for you? Is he the signing of the season?
Oh, Tanaka.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Fuck off, Danny.
No, I'm being honest. I'm being honest. I actually think the signing of the season has been Rothwell so far.
No, Tanaka.
Yeah, I think Tanaka. Yeah.
It is a tough one. Like I can see where
Tanaka and Solomon.
I can see where Danny's coming from. There's a lot.
Rothwell's won us a lot of games.
I think Dan James, that's player of the season for me.
Andy said he was talking in euros, Danny. He put the conversion rate in that one.
well, the euros is about 50. So if a pound in our money, it's about 50 pence in euros. So it won't be that much difference.
It's actually very, very close now, isn't it? Very, very close. And there's a reason Tanaka is never rotated. And
that's true.
That's probably it, lads.
That's true.
What have you made of them, lads? Like this season, let's solely touch on. I think with Rotwell, the two of them have been absolutely brilliant together. Danny, we'll come to you first. With Tanaka and Gruev in there, do you think it doesn't seem like it's worked? Do you think the way Gruev is playing is affecting Tanaka a little bit?
I don't just think it's affecting Tanaka. I think it's affecting Allenton as well.
It's the whole lot, isn't it?
I think it affects Allenton as well, because the times that Gruev's been in, if you watch Allenton, he hasn't played well. But when Rothwell's been in and Allenton's played, it's totally different.
There's an easy solution to that. Just drop Allenton and put Willie Notto in there.
We'll get on to that. We'll hit that point right now, lads, because obviously it's a big kind of talking point and everyone's kind of talking about it. Sean, we'll come to you because you brought it up. Is it gone to that stage now? Would you be dropping him, Willie Notto coming in?
Yeah, I think he's the fact is, always said, he'll be given chances. That you need to take our chances to get into the team. Look at the way Solomon took his chance when Notto who got injured? Ramazani got injured, and Solomon took his place. And Ramazani hasn't got a sniff since. But he's still giving them opportunities and little sniffs. And the same with Perot and Joseph. They both were given the chances, and Perot took his chance, and Joseph sadly hasn't. And I think Notto is taking his chance, but I think it will be determined. I think Arsenal will start the next game, and I think you put Willie Notto on early, and if Willie Notto plays well again, I think that would Notto.
Do you think Swansea at home, though, is the time to possibly try it, Sean, or is it got to the stage of the season where it's a bit too much of a risk to be trying something like that and kind of stick to what you know and what's worked so far this season?
Yeah, possibly, but like, the fact is, I always give them 2 chances. If you play well twice, he tends to put them in then over someone who's not playing as well, because Aaronson's hasn't played well the last month.
Yeah, but none haven't played well for 2 games all season.
I don't know, they played very well in the last one, to be fair.
was good in the
I
last
thought
one.
he played
Yeah.
very well. He played very well
Yeah,
in the
that was
last game.
45 minutes, wasn't it? You
Yeah.
can't go
I
45.
just
I can't go with 45 minutes out of a full season.
That's why I'm saying I think Swansea. Aronson will play against Swansea, but I think he'll put. I think if Aronson doesn't play well, he'll put him in another 180. Like he
I don't
did.
think. I don't
He
think
did
he will.
Man City against.
I think Aronson had his 2 week break. Last time we had a break, he come back playing well, started scoring goals. I don't think he changes. I think Aronson's in till the end of the season.
Yeah, we can't see him change as well. I agree with Danny as much as I probably want it. I think he's going to stick with Aronson, lads. I think it's just Daniel Farke, isn't it? What do you think, Dilo? Where's your head at with that one?
yeah, I kind of agree with what you were saying there. Is it a we don't really want to be going messing about with things now, especially so late in the season. But I did like Nando in the 10, and it's something that we were crying out for kind of at the start of the season. We were always kind of saying, Aronson isn't at it. But he's really pulled up his socks, and I think he's had a good season to a certain
We-
degree. A few games that he's dropped ahead, but saying nightly when it's not on like that, you have to give Nanto the chance. And to be fair, going what Sean said there, I wouldn't be, if Aronson isn't at it, now we know where you get him off and bring Nanto on to create some sort of,
Like,
create some.
Everybody saying Aronson played in the 10 in the last game. If you look at his stats and his heat map, he was mostly on the right wing.
That's why he's hooked off. That's why, because he should have been playing number bloody 10. That's why he was hooked off. Because he wasn't playing in his position.
I'm on about Nonto. Nonto was playing at the right wing when he come on. If you look at his heat map, he was at the right wing mostly.
Are you sure?
Positive.
I think I did see that. I think Danny's right. I think I seen that on Twitter. So.
They don't play number 10 then, James.
I don't think we had one.
It's just he turns into a ghost.
I think Nonto just had a free roll.
Tommy Abraham's a great
Could
show.
be.
Great
This
show.
I actually haven't seen any of you boys seen the links. It was on
That's
X
No,
all day
I haven't-
today. I didn't
that's
see it,
a
Alex
great
Buddy.
It
Didn't see it.
depends who's making links. If it's Football
Insider or
Insider and
whatever,
stuff
yeah.
like that, I won't even
Yeah,
bother looking at it.
Mm. Yeah,
Well, it
yeah.
is a
Pass
good
that on
show.
to me, Alex, on Twitter or X or whatever.
I'd take him.
Even Instagram. and let us know.
I'd take him every day.
That's a great show. That
It will be
is
a good show, to be
great
fair.
show.
Mm.
But he's gonna get
Nobody
himself
is
back.
rotated.
He's had his time away from English football to reinvent himself. He'll want to get himself back in England to get back home,
Mm.
closer to where he started off and whatever.
Yeah,
So,
not a bad show. I
it's a
think
great
it'd be
show.
decent. Yeah, we're going to be linked with everyone though, lads, aren't we? If we go up, I think
Yeah.
everyone on the nannies are going to be linked with Leeds. Fark will change nothing. We are top for a reason. Relax, yeah. Now I probably think that as well. As I don't think he's going to change much, but maybe it's just a little something in his head that he's going to see Nanto do when Aronson isn't at it. Because I think we've seen, lads, and I don't know if you agree, a couple of times this season when Aronson hasn't been at it, especially away from home, he seems to kind of persist with it because I think he felt he didn't really kind of have an option. Do you think maybe in his head now, right, I'll start Aronson, and if it is not working, I know I can rely on Nanto then to come on and give us a little bit extra?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I genuinely feel now it's that kind of comfort, something that I've been saying throughout the season.
For me, I don't think I don't think I don't actually think Nonto is the second one to stand in for Aronson if he goes off. I think it's Perot.
No, he won't do that.
No,
He won't
definitely
do
not.
that now. He won't do that now because then
I'd rather Melier playing the 10 than
Because
Pirlo.
then he's stuck with Joseph then, and Joseph has let him down this season. Sadly.
Hang on, did PSF? Hang on, PSF must be drink. Said Perot's technical.
I think at times he can be Danny, but then there's times he can be trampoline. It depends on what humor
Depends
he's
on
in,
what
isn't
mood
it?
he's in. Yeah, depends on what
Yeah,
mood
it depends what humor he's in, whether he's up for that or not. Andy says here, when was the last time Pirro scored?
Against QPR, but it was disallowed.
Yeah.
Come on, Danny. I think was it Watford? I'm thinking. Was it Watford away?
Yeah,
Watford.
Yeah, Watford away. Yeah.
Watford away. That's what I'm thinking.
Just think though, lads. Lord Patrick of Bamfordshire's back training.
No chance.
off.
No.
Well,
We'll try Aronson for 2
played
games
up
after the international, see if he's freshened up a bit with the time off. And you did touch on that, Danny. You probably is going to give him with being off for 10 days, he probably is
I
going to give
will.
him the shout after the international break and kind of
You give him
see
the first
see
game.
where
You
he
give
goes.
him the first game. You give him the
You know
first
what?
game.
Imagine it. Plymouth Argyle, last game of the season, penalties needed, there's no Stroud on pitch, there's no Poo on pitch, Bamford steps up.
All right, playoffs, so. That fact could be second against the season. We're not full
No,
play.
Sean, I'm saying he steps up to either we're champions or we finish second.
Step up, and then he gets a bullet to the head, so I just have to take the bloody penalty.
Carl says here, problem is if you want not to win the 10, there will be no Rotwell because he'll go with Gruev. And that's it,
Yeah.
lads. It's actually a really, really good show from Carl, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
there's not a chance in hell he's going to go Tanaka, Rotwell, and Nonto. That's, yeah. it's
No,
just not gonna
well,
happen.
he's already said, hasn't he? If Nonto plays in the 10, then Gruev's going to have to play because the ball,
But
because Nonto doesn't attack as good as Ellington does.
But by that stage, Ampadu would probably be starting then now, so it wouldn't make a difference.
I think
And it's going to be interesting to see now after the international
After
break.
the
how he's
international
doing,
break,
lads,
he's
isn't it?
due to come back. Remember,
Yeah,
Don, I did say that he was back doing light ball work. The boots were on.
Yeah, the boots might be on. The
Look at
boots
Stuart
might be
Dallas.
on.
Stuart Dallas had the boots back on, Dylan.
Yeah, Bangladesh his boots.
That's what's with all the negativity tonight. I do not like it. Honest to God.
I'm being positive. It's not starting.
Talking about Fark being sacked, who we're signing, and we're going through the playoffs. But I'm telling you, we'll just give it over.
Then you're gonna have a fucking meltdown, you.
Oh my
You're gonna have a
God.
fucking meltdown.
Jam
You know
says,
what?
yes, good evening, Jam, buddy. Thanks for popping in, pal.
If it comes down to the final game of the season and something happens, I won't be showing my face.
Me neither, lads. Only Leeds Bros will be no more. Leeds not go up the season. I'm finishing this. One season, one not over, and out. Good luck. Bring in JM for the playoffs. Yeah, could you imagine? Yeah, Marino, he'd win that playoffs, lads, wouldn't he? Very, very good.
Literally.
I did say on Matty's channel, and I said to you on this as well. I take Mourinho on a heartbeat.
I won't.
I take him.
It's the football, though.
But imagine the
I
shit
I
out of him now.
think probably the hype of him
Imagine-
coming in and
but
stuff
one-
like that, but then the football,
But
could you
he's
deal with his
one thing,
football?
but he's a serial winner.
Yeah, but his football's turgid.
Yeah,
I'd rather
shit.
watch Tour's football and win things.
Here, I'd rather have Jesse Marsh football than.
Oh my God, I don't know about that now.
Jesse Marsh couldn't win a fucking thing.
Neither will Mourinho.
Win a match. He couldn't win a match.
Mourinho's one hell of a lot more than flipping Jesse the fucking plonker.
Yeah, but
You can't say
where's
that.
it? I think the only time he's won something is Real Madrid and Chelsea in the two big leagues. The other ones have been in cowboy farmers leagues.
But he still has won. He still has won things. He's won.
He'll be-
He won a couple of cups. He won a cup at United and they were in bits.
He'll be Rangers manager.
Yeah, I think so. I think he'll go Scotland though. I think you're right there with that one. Then
Do you know what?
maybe Saudi.
Do you know what I'd have a look at is Rodgers, because Rodgers might want to get himself
What?
back in it.
He's gonna
He
bounce
wanna get-
himself, isn't he?
He want
But
to
don't
get himself back in
take the
England.
Yeah, I thought has he done justice though to come back to England though, Sean? That's
No.
what I think.
No.
I think that was
Well,
it's been, Rangers look like they're coming back, and that's been a poor Rangers team for the last couple of seasons he's been there, buddy. I think he needs to do more. I think if he's going to come back down south, I think
Yeah,
he probably
maybe.
need to do a little bit more. I
Maybe
think for
another
me.
year or so. Maybe another year or so.
Yeah, I think so too. Joe Blackmore says Fark is boring. So, Mourinho.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying Fark's football a lot more now than what it was at the start of the season.
Joey, what's he won? What's Fark won? Fark has done fuck all in the
Two.
Premier League.
Yeah, he's had Sean. He's had 5 million to
Fark's done
spend.
fuck all. He's done fuck all.
What are you gonna do with 5 million? How are you gonna do something?
Actually, coach
Yeah, I agree.
players.
I think if
Coach
he gets it,
players.
yeah, he needs to get
This is the maddest video I've ever done in my life.
What you do is you coach players and you make them better.
Any else?
I think you'd be a good coach, Sean.
No, in the Premier League he hasn't.
That's different.
The Premier
Yeah,
League isn't.
yeah, but
Different league.
you can't. How can you coach a player for £5 million and make him better when he can't
Yeah.
bring anybody in?
But you
Need
make
to show-
players better.
I'm going to reserve judgment on Daniel Fark, and if and when we get to the Premier League, and if the 49ers back him, and then we'll see how he goes from there. Because I don't think they're going to throw the book at him. I don't think it's going to be an open book, but I do think they'll let him
Oh, I
invest him.
think it will be.
No, then.
I think it
Well,
will
no,
be. I
No.
think throw money at it. We'll do what Forrest did. That's
Do you think so,
what
Woody?
If we do,
We need
If-
about
if we-
8 or 9 signings.
if we do what Forest did and end up with a points deduction, it won't be 2 points like Forest got. It'll be more like 22.
we'll be hammered, yeah. And they'll hammer Leeds. If Leeds do anything wrong, you know they will find a way. Exactly like the whole Bielsa Spoy thing. They will find a way to hammer Leeds anyway.
Yep.
100%.
But we need to make at least 8 to 9 signings next season.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Carl says
agree,
here,
John.
Abdi will return to playing away games. He'll see us over the line. It was when he returned, sorted out our away blues, and that we probably agree with Carl with that one, lads, because the
Yeah,
Stoke and
actually.
Derby away over Christmas, we were poor away from home. Ampadu came in, and we looked a lot better away from home when Ampadu went in there, lads, didn't we?
See,
It
that
just
was what I
depends.
was saying to you about.
Going to be fit, and isn't it? Like it's all well and good being back training, but is he going to be match fit and ready to go for games and be at that level? It's
like
hard.
Last season we heard that Pascal, he's back. He's got his boots on, and he's going to be back after a certain time. Look what happened to him. When he says after international break, it could be 5 weeks after international break. You know what I mean?
He seems to come back quick though. He seems when he gets in, he seems to come back quicker than the Hummer. Purdue does.
He's far out now, top of the league. That's mental. That's mental, buddy. Saying that. That's mental.
Jeez. Even on that
Far
mental.
to get us come out with that's all. Yeah, 100%. Let us know in the chat, guys. I did ask the two boys earlier on if, let's say, parallel universe Leeds do fall out of the top two, finish third, and Fark gets us up through the playoffs. Does he deserve a crack at the Premier League next season? Let us know in the chat, guys, what you think. Jonathan White says here 150, 200 million will be spent. Go ahead, Dilo. Sorry, pal.
Exactly.
Yeah, he does. He does deserve a shot if he gets us promoted in the third playoffs. 100%.
It's all right.
I'll come
Everybody
and see
saying
how he gets on.
Why?
He done his job. He done the job, didn't he?
He didn't. With that squad.
Hold on. It took Bielsa 2 seasons.
Yeah, but then through the playoffs with that team through the playoffs.
We've won the league with Bielsa.
We've been top at league.
Right, hold on a second.
We've been top at league.
Right, we go up through the playoffs. We walk it. Right, we all celebrate. We're going back to the Premier League.
We won't walk it. It's
Right. We get through and we get promoted to the Premier League through the playoffs. And it's a happy day for everyone. And you're telling me that you're all saying second. So potentially one of the happiest days in Leeds United history being promoted to now probably the most saddest days because you're sacking a manager.
The reason why I'd sack him is because we've been top at league for so long, and then we go on this fall and end up third. He needs sacking.
Agree with you, Danny.
It's mind-boggling. This is mind-boggling.
Ian Ward says no.
No, it's boggling. It's mind-boggling. Not mind-boggling.
Joe B says, yeah, so the promotion is promotion. Who the hell comes to a club and then sacks a manager that gets them up? And I probably
Leeds fucking United.
Well, would you think, lads? I think the 49ers will keep them.
They'll have to back him.
Do you think then, Sean? I do think they will. Let's be realistic in reality. I do think they will. They're not going to stack him at the end of the month. But then do you think in turn that he's going to be on an even shorter leash next season? He'll probably only get the first couple of games, and if it doesn't go right, he could be gone, couldn't he?
I genuinely give him about 10 to 12 games.
You can't give him 10 to 12 games. He's always started off slow. His first 10 to 11 games, he's always started off slow.
Whose fault is that?
Not his. He's done it at every team.
But when he's been backed,
money. Sean, you're saying we're going to be backed, and you're saying you're going to get these players, right?
This is
what
mad.
What you're forgetting is, right, yeah, we get 8 players in, right? Say everybody's wanting 40, 50 million pound players. Look at the wages that they're going to be on. That's going to cut the budget down even more. So we won't be spending no more than 20 million on the player next season.
If we start slow next season, under that clown, we're going to end up being relegated.
For me, he gets till Christmas.
We did the same thing with Jesse.
God.
We did the same thing with Jesse. We backed Jesse till after the Christmas, and look what happened.
No, I
think it'll be shorter, Danny. I think it'll be shorter. I think if it is playoffs and he gets us up through the playoffs, and look, lads, we're speaking hypothetically here, but if he does get us up through the playoffs, I think that, Sean, you said 10 to 12, lads. I think the 49ers, they can't afford for this to go wrong. And I probably even think 10 to 12 games is a lot in the Premier League, lads.
I think 5 or 6.
If Leeds not winning the first 5 or 6, yeah, look at them, 5 or 6 games.
What we're not realizing.
Why am I playing into this? I don't want to talk about this.
What we're not realizing is as well. It's when the 49ers sign players. If they don't sign players in that first part of that transfer window, you can't give Farker 10 to 12 games.
They will.
You gotta know when to hold it. Know when to go. Know when to walk away. Don't win, bro.
Well, Jam, we touched on it earlier on. We're like, if we get into the playoffs, it's the inevitable one, isn't it? 100%. You just, you know it well. Got to go. Thanks for the stream. Enjoy the rest of your night. Cheers. Yeah, we won't be too long after you, buddy. We get you a couple of more the comments. With Marcus Carr, that's what I think as well, Jonathan. That's probably what we're probably touching on last week. If he wins the division, they probably give him a little bit of leeway. I think if he comes third and goes up to the playoffs, I think they're reeling that rope in a little bit. Dylan, what do you think?
Don't talk about. No, look.
Thank you.
I think as well. Look, we're top of the league here, lads. We're top.
Sorry.
We're top, and we're gonna win.
Joey,
Danny's saying we're coming second. I'll take second as well, but we're gonna win.
Joey Blackburn is bang on. Joey Blackburn is bang on. He backed Jesse for too fucking long that season, and look what happened. He had to get relegated because he backed him. He backed him. He should have been gone before the war.
Well, if that's the case, then, and you're saying we backed him, so we sack him when we go up and don't back him at all. Because we're still going to be backing him anyway.
We're backing him and giving him the bloody money.
You know where to hold him. Know where to fold him.
We get your last couple of the comments here. So Andy says we can get Big Sam in for the next 8 games and a $2 million bonus.
Sam.
He'd be delighted. He'd be delighted with that, wouldn't he? And Ian says, lads, look at the last 2 seasons. The promotion team have not won many games. We're not
going to anyway. We'll finish 17th next year.
No, we won't. I think we'll finish in the top 10 next season.
What? Hang on a minute. How many pints of Guinness you had today?
Well, Fark done it. Oh, not Fark. Bielsa done it in the first season.
Yeah, that's different manager.
Bielsa has a better ratio to Fark as well. On paper, statistic-wise, he's better than Bielsa.
That's because you don't have any fans in the stadium.
I wasn't going now comparing the two of them together, but what I will say is, going back to what Darren said, we need to spend. And I think the 49ers will back them.
Yeah, we need to spend 100%.
I know we need to spend, but for me, it's when they spend it. If they don't spend it in that first part of that summer transfer window, and it's back end last 3 days like normal, then you can't give Fark 10 to 12 games.
I think
that's why they held off in January, Danny.
Yes.
Some big brawn, I'm telling you. I can feel it.
Fark was offered players.
What's brewing, Dylan? Something big is brewing.
Something big is brewing. I can feel it.
Number 2, is it?
I can feel it coming in the air tonight.
I think it might be Guinness for head coming there.
Dean Cody says, give the man a chance. If he gets you to the playoffs, you'll win.
Doubt it.
I don't know. Posted the exact choice for some reason. What's everyone's favourite biscuit anyway? Yeah, it's getting to that stage. Joe Blackburn says, PSF, you were on the strong stuff. Let us know what you're on. PSF, 100%, buddy. John, someone's lying.
If they're going to back him and give him the 10 to 12 games and spend the money on it, they'll do it at the start of the transfer window and say, "Fuck, there's your fucking team. You've got 10 to 12 games, sort it out."
You done a me there, Sean, and a few stutters. It sounded like a tractor.
I was going to give you a bit of diesel there to get you going, boy.
Happened to me as well all the time. Happens to the best of us.
Andy Rose says, Leeds boys spend big, but Fark ruins it with bad tactics. I think we'll leave it there. We're only planning to pop on for half an hour. And then we brought you 2 boys on, the Chucker brothers, and you kept it going, lads, in fairness to you. Sean and Danny, thanks very much for popping on.
Anytime, lads. Anytime.
Entertainers, as always. Cheers, thanks very much, lads.
Anytime.
Cheers, boys.
Bye-bye.
Appreciate it.
Love you.
That's a new segment coming up, isn't it? That I will not be a part of.
Love seeing the 2 of them going at it. Before we leave, lads, again, thanks very much. We did hit 2K tonight, which is absolutely amazing stuff, lads. And we obviously did promise you on our social media today that we were going to be bringing out something big. So again, if you did miss it at the start, or if you're only catching this now, myself and Dylan are heading over to the Swansea game next Saturday. And to say thanks very much and to celebrate hitting 2K, we're going to be leaving this Only Leeds Bros sticker around the outside of Ellen Road. So the outside of Ellen Road, all you have to do is find this sticker, come up to the Billy Bremner statue, and we will be handing you £100 in cash back in return. So that's all you have to do next week. So a little bit of a game to give back to you guys, to say thanks very much for everything you've done and the support that we've received since we started this back in August. So really, really appreciate it. Dylan, not more to say for us. Smash through the last couple of the comments.
Do. Find a sticker. Do.
Find a sticker. We gotta get that going. Yeah. Well done, Leeds Bros. Thanks very much, Ian. Really, really appreciate it, pal. Let's see, second place on Far gets us still Christmas. Daddy's keeping on to it. You had to say the last one. You absolute buggers. The match that I'm not doing, you'd never be able to find it, Joe. Believe me. Now we will be dropping. Look what Dylan said. We will be dropping a couple of hints and all that through the day, so we will be found them. But by the off chance if it's not, we'll be giving it to a Leeds charity. But yeah, let's hope it's found for a little bit of crack. So we're gonna try and push it. So any of us that do see it on social media, please share it, get it around to all the Leeds fans out there. We really want to try and push it as much as we can and get as many Leeds fans involved in as we possibly can. When you're outside the stadium, that we're gonna put it right on the police station window there, Danny, 100%. What happened if nobody finds the ticket? If nobody finds Andy, what we're gonna do is that we're gonna then donate it to charity then after that.
He's real though, he's real fine.
You know what? Well, charity, right? Let us know in the chat, whether charity or if no one finds it, Dylan, we'll go into the club shop and then we'll just pick anyone at random, and then just as they're about to play for the Leeds stuff, we'll walk up and say we're paying for that.
Yeah, that's all I down as well, yeah. There you go.
Just let us know in the chat.
Charity. When you see the queue outside the club shop now,
or Joe B's at the pub and saying a charity, you say, well, so we could donate it to Prostate Cancer UK, which we're all playing on in the 20th of June. So we'll see. We'll let you know. What we'll do is we'll hope it's found, and if it's not found, then we'll go with the three of them. We'll put it out as a post then across our X and YouTube and stuff like that. So
we'll keep it. Go to the Peacock.
Yeah, we could just drink it. Yeah. Danny says, stick in cell 4 at Ellen Road Police Station. Constantly in that cell. Rob Burrow, is it July? Sorry, it is July. Yeah, Joe. Yeah, it is July. I have June in my head because I'm doing something else in June. Yeah, July. Great stream, lads. It have two clowns that jumped on. You're brilliant crack, lads. Love the 2 years. Do not be there in June. Why not? They could just go and donate in June and then come back in July. We'll do it again. More for the charity. That would be bad. Yeah, so sorry, July, guys. July, yeah. Joe P will kill me now for saying that. Something which means something to you, boys, for donations. Yeah, 100%. I know you agree. Let us know anyway. We'll go with you, guys. Healy got the viewers going. He's a head case. That's it. We'll leave it there. Dylan, anything else to say before we wrap it up?
Find the sticker.
Last look at the sticker. We will be popping it out in the video, sharing across our socials. So please, if you do find it and you do see it, do share the absolute shit out of it and get it out there to as much people as we possibly can. That's it from Only Leeds Bros. We chat you all again pretty soon. Have a good night. Mind yourselves and mind each other.